Hey Libra, how are you doing? This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind, this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. What is going on with the fabulous and most magical Libras? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, the 10 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. What's coming towards you? The Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. What you are focused on is the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And your blocked and challenged position is Judgment, Major Arcana for Scorpio. And your outcome is the 6 of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Okay, Libra, let's clarify this and find out what is going on. Present time, you have the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords is defeat and betrayal. It is also an impasse. It means this is a dead end. This is an impasse. This too shall pass. And in your focus is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands could be, yes, rage, anger, but it also could be about flexibility, adaptability, and free from some kind of circumstance or situation. Could also be something about travel plans, or communication at a distance. And what's coming towards you is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is a secret desire. It is also somebody shy, sensitive. Could be a child as well. Or this is something about your intuition. It's like you're fantasizing, dreaming of doing something, and you're eager and excited about it. Because your outcome is the 6 of Cups. Now, 6 of Cups is wanting more play, wanting more fun. Something about having more fun in your life. What is this 10 of Swords? And Judgment. See, this is about the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is about releasing and letting go of a circumstance or a situation that was one-sided. And in your blocked and challenged position is also a card of reconciling differences. But somebody here is still holding a grudge. So letting go of the rope, releasing and letting go. And then there is something about an invitation. Some kind of invitation, an invite. It's almost like a new door, a new person, especially with the Page of Cups there. What is this Page of Cups? And the 9 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Well, the 9 of Swords is anxiety, worry, sleepless nights, frustration, needing more rest, needing more sleep. I'm getting something about hydrating your body more. Somebody here is worried about some kind of communication. Now, I feel like there is a situation where you feel a lot of pressure. So take the pressure off yourself, relax more. Stop judging yourself so harshly or critical. And if anybody is judging you as well, release that and let it go. Because there's a lot of worry around a situation or possibly even a child. Maybe this child is rebellious, especially with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can be, yeah, fickle, hot and cold there one day, gone the next, Peter Pan syndrome. You know, we send Peter back to Never Never Land to go play with Captain Hook and the Lost Boys. So an apology without a behavior change is manipulation. So somebody here doesn't see something as over. They feel like they can just come in and reconcile with you whenever they feel like it. So what is this Knight of Wands? Knight of Wands can also be, you know, a fast-moving energy. And the Devil. Major Arcana for Capricorn. I'm getting something about rage and anger, but you need an outlet. You need an outlet to burn off this rage and anger or some kind of steam. Something about like steam coming out of your ears. I'm also getting a situation where this person here could be very cocky, arrogant. I'm also getting something about passion and desire. But, you know, with the Devil energy being attached to this is playboy, playgirl. Inconsistent, unreliable. So yeah, this could definitely be, if you do have a child, maybe this child is a rebellious teenager, went out and is trying to apologize. They're worried about it. They're like, how can we smooth things over with mom and dad? Because the outcome is the Six of Cups. But Six of Cups is also fun memories, reminiscing when times were good, when times were fun, when times were easy. Releasing and letting go of some kind of betrayal. What is this? Judgment in the block and challenge position. Devil is any kind of low vibrational energy. So it's raising the bar, raising your standards. Releasing and letting go of any kind of codependency, bondage, attachment, workaholic syndrome. And the Ace of Wands. Yeah. See, this is the renew of passion. This is only just the one though here, Libra. So just be careful. This was a good time, not a long time. Someone's here for a good time, not a long time. I'm also getting somebody saying that to you. Haven't heard from you in a long time. Haven't seen you in a long time. Because the Ace of Wands in the blocked and challenged position is like a loss of power, a loss of confidence. Like it's not floating your mojo. Let's put it that way. But somebody here is like either like fantasizing, because the devil energy can be, yeah, like sexy time. What is this Six of Cups? Six of Cups is revisiting old plans that you had in the back of your mind. So take the pressure off yourself, be more kind, gentle, and soft to yourself. I'm also getting something about you being a little bit pissed off or angry because you were like, why was I so gullible or naive to the situation? Why didn't I see it? What is this Six of Cups? And it's Page of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So this Page of Cups is interesting. So you have the Six of Cups, which is a playful energy. That can also be a situation between a sibling or a brother or like a cousin, something like this. And see how there's a can here. I'm getting something about catfish. So like get rich quick schemes or falling for scams. Schemes or scams. And Six of Cups and the Page of Cups. Shy, sensitive, but this can also be about baby. A gift, a surprise, or an apology. Some kind of surprise. What is this? Ten of Swords and Judgment. Release and let go. Rising above the ashes. So this is like rising and being the bigger person. And the Eight of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It almost feels like there was a situation where you needed to meet this person. Let's just say you needed to meet somebody at 8 o'clock. And this person, no matter what, says, yeah, I'll meet you there at 8 o'clock. And they show up late all the time. And you feel maybe pissed off or disrespected by this person. But the Eight of Wands is also news or communication. The arrows of love. There could be a younger water sign or children are involved. And there could be somebody who's partying a lot or inconsistent. Somebody is being really inconsistent and flipping, flopping back and forth. Because this Eight of Wands, see how this person's like trying to get home before 12 o'clock? Something about 12. Almost feels like you're Cinderella trying to rush home before the evil stepsisters get home or something like that. What is this Page of Cups and Nine of Swords? And the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I'm getting something about having no filter. This person is a little bit aloof of how they express themselves. Because the Queen of Wands is usually sensuality, sexuality, your solar plexus, chemistry, passion. But then again, Queen of Wands doesn't give a flying flip-flop to the flip of what anyone thinks of he or she. They just take that bold, brave action. Something about action. Okay, so what is this Knight of Wands and Devil in your focus? I'm just getting somebody is like steam coming out of someone's ears. And the Three of Pentacles. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Well, Three Pentacles is about teamwork and collaboration. Co-creating with others and co-creating with spirit. Rise above the situation. Spirit has a plan. Something about news, communication. And it's really fast-moving energy. Places to go, people to see. And then the Three of Pentacles and the Devil attached to it, which speaks of like bondage or workaholic syndrome. Or you do have somebody who is more rigid, and then another person who's more flexible, easy to work with. So what is this Judgment in the blocked and challenged position? You might also be sending something back. Something here might have got delivered at your home and it's like needing to reorder it, or it's like a recall on an item. And the World. Major Arcana for the fixed signs. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo energy. Somebody here is having closure issues. So one person is done with this situation. And it could be you here, Libra, where you're being the Queen of Wands. You look good, you look fabulous, and you might be getting a lot of attention. But I'm getting something about like worried about a child, or this could be an animal as well. Like maybe you have a new puppy and you can only be out for so long. Oh my goodness, having new fur babies. And then with the World, this is somebody who does not want to close this cycle out. They want to keep this cycle going. Because in the blocked and challenged position is supposed to be tying up loose ends where loose ends need to be tied up. But then Judgment is somebody who's still connecting and wants to hold on to the rope. There's a lot of pressure. Well, something here is going to snap and break. And then the Ace of Wands is like a renewed of creativity, desire, empowerment. Somebody here, there's something about a power struggle too. So in the blocked and challenged position is somebody at a distance who doesn't want to close this out. But you're okay with something about 8 to 12 too. So this could be like something about daycare or something with your children, 8 to 12, or something about 12 to 8. What is this Six of Cups and Page of Cups in your outcome? Surprise, an apology. Wow, and the Nine of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Nine of Cups says creating your own happiness. But I'm also getting something about like being out there more, playing more. Something about playing more. I'm also getting something as hoping, wishing, and dreaming, wanting to get together. But then Nine of Cups is also indulging. And too much of indulgence is too much of an indulgence. So this could be indulging in overeating, overspending, over socializing. Nine of Cups is wishing and hoping. Wishing and hoping you would accept their apology. Okay, give me one more card. Yeah, in the Ace of Cups. Some kind of letter or mail. But this is also new love. New love, new focus. That can be giving birth to something that, like revisiting old plans and giving birth to your dreams, getting what it is that you wish for. Focus on the outcome that you desire most. So let's just say that you want to be in a more flexible job. Just focus on being in that really flexible job versus this fast pace, fast movement. But there's a lot of something here about work and collaboration. Somebody here doesn't want to close this out. They want to keep it going. Could be a Capricorn. Feeling pressurized, something about pressure. You could also feel like pressurized to work as well with the somebody here is getting a dose of karma. Overspending, something about indulging. There's overeating, over-consuming. And then you do have this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is Gemini, Taurus energy, which is communication coming in out of left field. It is also something about jumping to conclusions, something about fast pace, fast movement. And then in the blocked and challenged position is somebody here who does want to reconcile with you, but has this person changed? No, they haven't, or this job hasn't changed. Something about sexy time at work. Or too much flirting, sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focus outwardly. So when a person is focused outwardly, it means that they have abandoned their body. They have left themselves. So it means like me looking out here and saying everything out here, I'm chasing everything. I'm chasing this and I'm chasing that. Focus outwardly, stalking, looking, watching. Well, devil energy can be like obsession, control. Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So that's also about the Six of Cups. It's like reminiscing when times were good, when times were fun, remembering the good old days. But don't be naive or gullible or catfished back into something here. Wishing and hoping that this person, it's almost like you're wishing and hoping this person was different, or that things could stay the same, but they can't. So outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head, and that's why that closure isn't happening. It feels like there's just a repetitive cycle that keeps cycling around and around in circles. So it's almost like doing something over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity, right? Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting, and then hesitation. So your outcome is what it is that you want. It's a pleasant surprise. And it's somebody who is fun and playful. Going out and playing. That's what you need. Something about get away from the work for just a hot minute. And then you have paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other's company. So there's something about new company. Magnetic attraction, alluring, lust, irresistible, and flirting. So just watch the whole lusty part, because if you run into just sexy time, this is going to crash and burn quite quickly. And then what's going to happen is that this person's not going to talk to you for whatever weeks on end, and you're going to be wondering what, you know, playing all these replaying things about like, you know, we rushed into sexy time, why isn't this person calling me? And then all of a sudden they're going to hit you up again. So just see the alluring, lusty, irresistible, and flirting. But it just feels like lust is not like love, 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 right? So something about creating your own emotional happiness and creating your own emotional sovereignty. It means you create your own emotional happiness by not leaving your body. So not focus outward. So when you focus outward, you say, I need this thing so that I can feel better about myself. But that will never make you 100% happy. So you got to get into the 9 of Cups. So there's something about getting out and playing. There's also a younger, possibly getting out with your dogs or a friend. Being invited to go out with a friend, go. Wedding, marriage forever, the one, and union. But then you also have cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Yeah, and if you're having problems, let's just say in your marriage and things were hot and spicy and like really fired up and stuff like that, get back to why you married them in the first place. Like, why did you fall in love with them? Because people grow, right? You have to grow with the relationship. And sometimes people grow apart. Storm warning, upheaval, obstacles, wrecking ball, and drama. So love comes in the midst of chaos, in the midst of, there's going to be some kind of invitation or meeting. You're going to be hesitant to possibly even go or let love in your life, but it says have faith, surprise invitation, and keep its arrow. Upheaval, wrecking ball, and drama. It also comes in the time where you're having problems at work as well, or there's something to do with a situation here at a distance. Let's get some zodiac signs that you can use as energy or that you might be dealing with. Oh, I got 4. Scorpio. We have scorpionic energy in the outcome. Aries. Aries is about what is me, myself, and I going to do about this situation. A Pisces. And a Sagittarian. Sagittarius are extremely flexible, free-flowing, but they do have a short temper and they can have a short fuse, especially with that Aries energy and Sagittarius. Not unsuccessful plans. So that's a really good thing to always look back on here, Libra, about being in Aries energy, about the Fool. The Fool energy is about you having little to no worry, little to no baggage. You're just going to go with the flow and see what happens. But when you start fixating or attaching yourself to a scenario or a situation on how it should work out, you're going to be disappointed every single time because it never pans out on how we have it in our mind. It never plays out that way. So there's always room for growth and learning and expanding. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming, especially with the Phoenix. I'm also getting something about rise above an 8-hour shift. There's something about rise and shine. So getting out or getting up earlier, getting out ahead of it. Sun, happiness and well-being. Well, your outcome is beautiful. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, and or goals. If you feel like anything is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, and or goals, that is your soul desiring growth, which you are at the 10 of Swords. And judgment. Judgment is about let go of an old situation, let go of the rope of a dead end, and rise above the situation. It means let go of who old Libra was and develop a totally different Libra. Because when you do that, your energy changes. And also, to manifest anything, you need to manifest, let's just say you wanted to manifest a new person, like a new friend into your life, becoming your own best friend. And also, what does it feel like having a best friend? What would it feel like to have somebody who is like easygoing, fun, and, you know, fun to go out with, or just to watch a movie with? What would it feel like? So you got to get in that energy of what it feels like. That's how manifestations come together and they align. But Libra, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website and you can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.